Representative Bowers, welcome back to the program here. Last year, this time, we watched lawmakers at the state pull every lever possible in order to stop the execution of Robert Roberson. This year, now that it's rescheduled for just 3 weeks from now, we just haven't seen the same action. What's going on?
There's been so much going on. I want to first say thank you for having me. But there's so much going on, and to hear about him being set for execution was a bit of a jolt, being that no jury has ever heard all the evidence in Robert's case.
Well, what happens next here? Are there any other legal options that lawmakers have, or that he has at this point?
There's a lot happening with it behind the scenes. The detective that led the investigation, has said since this that he believes that Robert is innocent. Things like that came out of the work that we did last session and in the interim. So eh, we certainly believe that there was more to be heard and that he deserved a second chance and to really put his case out there again.
Have you talked to any of your colleagues, that bipartisan group that was pushing to delay this execution?
I've reached out, and we believe, certainly we still believe that he deserved to have his case heard another time. And Robert is, it's in the courts right now. So that he's working with his attorneys, and um so we're kind of at their mercy at this point.
Why do you think, though, we haven't seen that bipartisan group of lawmakers raising every flag, sounding every alarm like they did this time last year?
A lot of us, we just got home. We just ended that second special session, and we just got home. We've all hit the ground running, Jason. We've been certainly in district, connecting with our
Yeah.
constituents and making sure that we're doing the work back here at home.
Has
So
anything changed in the Robert Roberson case that would cause lawmakers to back off a little bit?
that remains. I think things are different. We
What's
don't.
different?
Well, we just don't have. We don't have all the opportunities that we had last go round and in the last interim. Um, we left there. We left there, and it was a pretty hard end uh to a rough year we've had. And so pulling us all back together, that that remains to be seen. I have not heard that that is what the plan is. I do know that uh my colleagues are working, trying to work toward maybe getting him, some reprieve and maybe getting his case heard again. But it's all happening behind the scenes because, as I said, our hands are kind of tied. It's in the courts now. So.
Is that where it should be happening, behind the scenes, based on, what we saw last year with such, public outpouring from you guys?
That's I would think that's probably the best place for it to happen. We pushed really hard, and we were working strategically together, as you said, on both sides of the aisle. And it was a good bipartisan group of lawmakers that came together, and
Yeah.
we were really proud of that work. And you saw some of the most far right. And maybe far left of my colleagues come together to try to work together, to get uh, Robert Roberson's execution, get him a stay of execution. And we were proud of that. We actually received an award from the Innocence Project on that work. And I wouldn't put it past. Because I know our hearts and minds were in the right place. So I wouldn't put it past you all might see us come together to work on something like that. I can't really call it.
And with 3 weeks left before the execution, do you think? I mean, the time's running out. I would think we're getting close, aren't we?
We are getting close. Um, I just have to believe that nothing's impossible.
Let me ask you this last thing. Has your involvement in this case, has that reshaped your thoughts at all about criminal justice, the death penalty, et cetera?
I certainly, I would have to say it has not changed it. It's deepened my belief that we certainly should, um, we certainly should give him a second chance. I don't believe it's done anything but deepen my belief that this, if we're really a second chance state, that Robert Robeson certainly deserves one. I think, as I said at the beginning of this conversation, that no jury has ever heard all the evidence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Representative Bowers, we always appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.